excited that you are here. Please put your hands together for the Juneteenth edition of Drunk Black History. Your hosts, Brandon Collins and Electra Telesford, are coming to the stage.
What's up, Brooklyn? Happy Juneteenth. Y'all not gonna clap for that? Happy Juneteenth. AKA Freedom Day. Is your mic on? Yeah, it's good.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
clap it up for Electra, everybody.
There you go.
And give it up for my beautiful wife, Tatiana, everybody. She's gonna be talking to our live stream and stuff tonight. Clap it up as his first time at Drunk Black History. Oh, that's dope. What we do is we educate people about Black historical figures and events that just haven't been noticed and recognized in mainstream media and everything like that. Tonight, obviously, we're going to talk about Juneteenth, but we're also going to talk about other historical events and people that we think are really important for y'all to know about, right? It's possible you might already know about them, but you might learn something new, which is dope. Now, Electra, when did you first learn about Juneteenth?
The year was 2020.
That's fair.
It was 2020.
That's fair.
Yep, and we got a holiday. So that's what I learned. Yeah.
Okay.
2020. Yeah.
It was just at work, or
no. Why are you gonna act like you weren't there in 2020?
I know.
You want me to revisit? No, yeah. I remember hearing about it on social media during 2020 protests and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I'm familiar.
I understand. We did ask some people online for their experiences and how they learned about Juneteenth. We'll pull up that video in a second because there's some interesting responses similar to yours about 2020, right? But let's pull up this list. So one person said in middle school, which they look like they were in their 20s, so I guess that's not too long ago. I don't know. I don't know how age works. Leading up to June 2020, following George Floyd's murder, unfortunately, that's how they found. Someone just said Atlanta. The state told me about Juneteenth during the pandemic. Ralph Ellison has a book called Juneteenth, so that's how someone learned about it. On an episode of Blackish.
Thank you, Kenya Barris.
During a parade in Houston when I was 3 years old. And this is an old person, so this is a long time ago, by the way. They had a gray beard and everything. They had darkness in their eyes. They'd seen a lot. And then early living in Texas. Okay. Anything surprise you?
I think in middle school. I want to know how old this person is because that could have still been 2020. I mean, that's been quite a bit.
Like I said, they look young.
Yeah.
They look young. They didn't have a beard, so I was like, all right, well, that's not helpful at all.
An episode of Blackish, too, is also surprising.
Yeah. But what about audience members? Can I get one or two people to talk? Yeah. You raise. Come on to the microphone. How'd you learn about Juneteenth? Also say your name and where you're from.
I'm Lillian. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. So
Give it up to Lillian, everybody.
I moved to Texas. My family moved to Texas when I was 4, and I'm friends with Opal Lee, so I've known about it for ages now.
Okay. Ages? I mean, you don't look that old.
I'm almost 30. So.
You're almost 30 and you say ages? Wait, Lillian, I got something for you. Even though you just disrespected everybody over 30. Little gift bad for you. Give it up for Lillian, everybody. You want to pick somebody?
Yeah. Who else wants to volunteer?
Who else wants to talk about Juneteenth?
Any hand up? How'd you hear about Juneteenth? All right, let's bring it up. What's up? Where'd you hear about Juneteenth?
Teresa, born and raised in Galveston, Texas, where Juneteenth happened.
Okay. Give it up for Teresa.
I've known about it my whole life.
Okay, yes. Galveston, Texas, you knew about it from birth. Okay, that's fair. Very nice. Thank God you're here.
That makes sense. Here you go, Teresa. Give it up for Teresa, everybody. We got one more giveaway we can do. Oh, I see a can raised and everything. Come on up. Oh, you dancing? You ready? Oh, you dropped your phone. I guess it's because, the ages. Where are you from?
Mississippi.
Mississippi, what's your name?
Nivea.
Nivea, give it up for Nivea, everybody from Mississippi. How'd you learn about Juneteenth?
From birth.
From birth?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait.
It was always a celebration.
Okay, so just when you were a child, you learned about it. Okay, because when you said from birth, I'm like, you came out and Dad was like, Juneteenth! But
I mean, it's like, you know, we didn't really do the 4th of July thing. We did the Juneteenth thing.
I feel that. Give it up for Debbie, everybody. Oh, wait, we got me back. Keep it going for all the volunteers that came out to talk about Juneteenth. Woo. I need a New Yorker to respond. Okay, which New Yorker wants to step up? But I might have a different question for you. Okay, I see you. Stepping up, okay. Also, wait. Say who you are and where you're from.
Okay.
Say it first.
I'm Janicia. I'm Jay from Tea with Queen and Jay podcast. But
Give it up for Janicia, everybody.
I'm from the Bronx. But anyway, growing up in New York, in Harlem on 125th, they used to have a Juneteenth parade. So I just wanted to make sure that people know we've been doing this in New York, so it's not new to us. And no one is from New York anymore. Is anyone here from New York? Okay.
New Yorkers.
All right.
I've been here 20
Go
years.
on.
Wait. I got one question for you, though. If you want something, what's an important fact about Juneteenth that everybody should know?
Yeah, so a lot of people forget that there were Black Americans, and so with the Great Migration, a lot of people are wondering why in places outside of Texas are people celebrating Juneteenth, and it's due to the Great Migration. So from back in the day, years and years and years, people across the country have been celebrating Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth.
There you go. Give it up to Janicia. You get a dream ticket. There you go.
I feel kind of bad.
I just happen to have that in my pocket.
I'm from. She said any New Yorkers. I'm from Flatbush. Like we weren't.
Why are you saying like that?
Huh?
I'm from Flatbush.
Our West Indian Day Parade was our Juneteenth until 4 years ago. So I don't really know. Sorry, but we're happy to celebrate.
Give it up for Flatbush, everybody. That was wild. Yo, so Juneteenth is derivative of June and 19th because in 1865, these slaves in Texas were finally informed that the Emancipation Proclamation had passed, and they were finally granted their freedom. Now, here's the fucked up thing is, even though Abraham Lincoln passed it 2.5 years prior, in Texas, a lot of slavers actively moved to Texas because they knew, because of the Confederacy and shit, that they could hide away in there and not be beholden to the laws that are being passed after the Civil War. It's fucking wild. What surprised you most about learning about the Juneteenth holiday?
That information right there. that information. Yeah, that information. That's got to be
it's crazy.
A wild day. You know what I mean?
It's like, did y'all know that Juneteenth is actually the latest? So Joe Biden made it a federal holiday in 2021. It's the first federal holiday ever to be institutionalized since Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the 80s. That's fucking crazy, right? And some companies still won't give you Juneteenth off. Everybody got off today, though, right? Wait. Who said no? Wait, where you work at? Amazon. Fuck Jeff Bezos. I'm just kidding, man. I like your Prime. I like the delivery. Don't fuck it up for me. I like getting my shit the next day. It's great. But fuck you. But still.
We didn't need another reason to hate Jeff Bezos.
I know. He looks like a supervillain.
Yeah, he does.
He already does. And he goes around in yachts. Anyways. But Juneteenth is such an incredible day. I'm so glad to see so many people out here to celebrate Freedom Day. I'm glad to just see the awareness growing despite people in different states trying to erase this shit. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We got a great show in line for y'all, and we're going to learn a lot more history, not just about Juneteenth, but about other people and events. So are y'all ready for some good show? Before we bring on our next guest, are y'all ready for some good fucking show today? All right. Our first guest, she's a segment director that's been Emmy nominated on The Daily Show. Please put your hands together for Chinesha Scott, everybody. There you go. Grab a seat. I'm gonna grab my Sorrel. Everybody drinking tonight? What are you drinking tonight, Chinesha?
Sorrel and a shot of rum because I showed up late, so I have a lot of catching up to do.
Wait, you drinking both mixed together?
You know,
I just have a lot of real estate that I got to make up for. So just shut it down. Get drunk quick enough.
Okay. Well, let's do a cheers to that, everybody. Lift up your cups. Whatever you're drinking.
Eyes, everybody in the room, please. Thank you.
So, Chinesha,
That's my name.
what are you speaking about here on Juneteenth?
Tonight, I am talking about a city named Tulsa in Oklahoma that is also known as Black Wall Street, also known as Little Africa, and that's what I'm gonna do tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, there's
what did you?
pictures.
Yeah, we got a whole slideshow and everything. What did you
High-tech
become
in here.
familiar with Black Wall Street and its legacy?
Yeah. So, I mean, it was one of those things where it was a. Oh, God, the liquor's kicking in. Sorry. I was little. Sorry. So, I knew of Black Wall Street. I had heard the name before, but I didn't understand the history. I didn't know about it. I did my undergrad in African American Studies and film, so I should have known about it. But again, it was 4 years, and I had to make up a lot of time of Black history, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like part of the curriculum necessarily.
Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
You're? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Year.
I'm from Brooklyn, so I understood. And also, I come from a household where my father was like, you may be light-skinned, but you still a nigga to them. So I already knew. I knew. My house
True.
was very different.
Yeah.
So I understood Black history. I grew up in a house that understood Black history, but it still wasn't something that was known to me.
Yeah.
It was colloquially something that came up, right? So there somehow was a resurgence of the Green Book. It was prior to all the films, but I feel like somebody found a Green Book in their grandmother's house, and then everybody started talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, full transparency, and like this is what the show's about. Is like being open about like, hey, I didn't know that. This is how I found out. I learned about the Black Wall Street and the massacre through Watchmen. Right? That's how I learned about it, and I was like, how the fuck did I? Why did it take a fictional comic book show to teach me about this? So.
And it was in that upswing. Go ahead.
Yeah, Electra, how'd you find out?
Google. Just Google.
Wait, you just actively
Just Google,
Google?
Yeah.
She's like, I heard of this
Yeah,
thing.
Google. Because there's also, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but Rosewood, Florida. So I think I
Yeah.
learned about it through that.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
movie
Yeah.
fucked me up. Anybody else see Rosewood? With Ving Rhames? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyways, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Just Google white people being haters, and those two cities come up.
Honestly. But that's real talk, because Black Wall Street was not the only Black Wall Street. It was just the one that had the highest concentration.
Yeah.
If you look at, the fuck is the name, where all the Black people go in the summer?
Martha's
Thank you,
Vineyard.
baby.
Yes.
Martha's Vineyard, also because they had a history of whalers, was also
Yeah.
like one of the top most highest concentration of rich Black people
Yep.
in this continent.
Even the Hamptons, too, Southampton.
Yeah, because that whole fishing whaling section, they got ports up the ass over there. So, anyways, there was this wave of Green Book phenom.
Yep.
7-8 years ago, and I was working on a show. I was producing a pilot for a company, for a network with a host. Details left out on purpose. Redacted.
Okay.
I got stories that I can't
No
share
worries.
on
No,
this
it's
show.
all good.
Ask me up at the end of the show because I'm going to drink backstage, so I might have answers later. So I was doing a redacted, and the first episode, the pilot we shot, was in Tulsa, based off the Green Book. And so I spent 3 months immersed in Tulsa history, and then I went to Tulsa to shoot the pilot. So I went down to Tulsa where Black Wall Street existed. But the crazy shit was like the part of the show that we were working on was taking shops, gas stations, hotels, landmarks that were safe for Black people in these places that were listed in the Green Book, and then going to the city to see what was still there. And I will tell you that from at the peak of Black Wall Street, which was actually after 1921. So the city of Tulsa, aka Black Wall Street, was incorporated in 1905. Oklahoma was incorporated as a state in 1907. And then 1921 is when white people said, oh no, y'all got too much money over there. Fuck y'all.
Yep.
Burnt the shit to the ground. The second wave, so at that point it was like 40 square blocks of Black people getting money. In the mid-30s, while the country was going through a Great Depression, Black Wall Street was at its peak, 52 square feet of African American wealth because of segregation, because of black wealth, because of all this.
That's like 10,000.
10,000 people were massacred during, or lost their property and or were massacred. At least 300 that are accounted for. You know what? I'm jumping around, but I would say when I went down and I scouted Tulsa, I did a recording with someone who's from that area who was alive in the 30s and 40s when he was a kid. And he gave this kind of like oral history of what he remembered from Black Wall Street. And thinking about how during the massacre, so let me take a step back. Can I do that real quick?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's bring it all the way
My
back.
bad, y'all. Like I said, I was looker. So Black Wall Street, 1905 incorporated, 1907 Oklahoma, 1921 there's this high concentration of black wealth, doctors, lawyers, bankers, any kind of service.
Every trade.
Literally, it was because of segregation and because they weren't allowed to get services in other parts of Tulsa, they was like, well, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves. And so, you know that song, Let the Dollars Circulate? That's literally what was happening. The dollars were circulating in this 40-block radius, and all the money was going back, all the taxes, all the money, it was coming. And so you had all these people who were just generating wealth, building up homes, building up houses. You had
looking
small...
sharp, having cars
Looking
and
sharp
shit.
as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was literally
Wearing
this...
tweed in like 90-degree weather. I'm looking good, too.
That is where Andre 3000's entire wardrobe was born. Started on Black Wall Street. So all this wealth is permeating Black Wall Street. And because, there were still laborers who, because capitalism is capitalism, there were still laborers who were working outside of their neighborhood. So there's a literal train line that's the demarcation at the south end of Tulsa. So a young boy, maybe he was 14, 12, okay. 14, something like that. Yeah. Yes, she's like, absolutely, I got it. I believe you. He was working just outside of Black Wall Street, just outside of the Greenwood section of Tulsa, which was Black Wall Street, working as a shoe shiner. And he was working outside of a building, one of these corporate buildings where only white people were allowed to go in. And so he had to use the bathroom. Y'all, he had to pee. Skittles, peeing, cigarettes, walking, whatever the fuck it is, it's always some shit, right? So he had to go pee. He goes into the building. He gets onto the elevator because the bathroom is not on the ground floor. It's up on some floor above. He gets onto an elevator, and there's already a white woman in the elevator. Now, racist decorum says, don't get on the elevator. But this is a kid. He's like, I gotta pee. My bladder's tiny. It's time to go. He gets on the elevator. By the time he gets out, this white woman has accused him of raping him on a fucking elevator ride.
Yeah.
He leaves work, runs back across the train tracks. By the time he gets back, there's a collection of white rioters. So yes, there's racism. Yes, there's Jim Crow. Yes, there's segregation. Yes, this little boy rode in an elevator with a white bitch. Sorry. By the time he got home, there was a drove of white people who had flooded into Black Wall Street because they were racist, mad at this little boy, and needed an inception point to do what they already wanted to do, right? Yep. Burnt down the fucking city. I think it lasted 3 days. Literally, when you see before and after, there is nothing left. And the reason we only have the after, and the reason I'm bringing this story back, is because all the photographs, like there were photographers in the community, right? And so one of the big ways to...
They got that shit on
the portraiture, right? So one of the things of the community photographers, they would take photos of families, whatever, just like I existed, right? Which is different for us. We have social media. Yeah. For us, it's kind of an act of resistance to be like, I existed. I belong out here. When the city was burned, almost all the photos of everything that ever existed are gone. So every photographer that worked in the neighborhood, every negative burnt to the ground. So those people, their families were wiped from existence, their businesses were wiped from existence, they were wiped from existence, and the notion that they even had bodies, gone, wiped off the map. I'm just giving you the story, and then I'm gonna bring it back, I promise. It's 1921. So after this, we have Black Flight. They burnt the city to the ground. They burnt most of the wealth, and then they tried to rebuild the city. They all filed insurance claims. The city and private insurance companies said, nah, that's not our problem.
They all got denied except for one white business, right?
One white motherfucker who said they stole guns from my shop. Nigga, who cares, bro? I lost my
we didn't survive.
I'm dead. You owe me money.
Jake
It's
from
different.
State Farm. Yeah.
They didn't show up with red polo shirts and that shit.
So it's part of the entire history. Jake for State Farm is giving reparations to y'all. Put your planes in.
That's why he's always smiling in those commercials.
He's happy as a motherfucker.
for no damn reason.
So I'm gonna put everything
no
through.
insurance, bro.
Call me. Anyways, so all those insurance claims got denied. So a lot of people left. Who did stay, tried to rebuild. But again, white people are fucking petty. Sorry again. White people are fucking petty. And they couldn't even buy materials from local black folks or even just local companies because they wouldn't sell the wood to them to rebuild their city. So all the money that might have gone back to construction companies, to local workers couldn't go back because they couldn't afford to buy the materials in their own town. So they had to send their wealth out of the community. Those dollars didn't circulate. People who were like doctors, lawyers, were like, fuck that shit. I'm going to fucking New York. Like, at least, go to Harlem, get shot, but at least the building's still there.
At least
different.
At least I got shot by my...
It's different.
I can shot
right?
do what I love. Gambling on the street and reading.
Listen, it's a different vibe.
Poetry slam.
Go to Chicago, whatever. But the city rebuilt itself. So it went from 40 to 52 square blocks. They rebuilt itself, but because of like desegregation, white flight, there was actually urban development, which we now know is get the niggas out, right? In the 50s and 60s, we had urban development, which had a highway 244, that literally bisected the middle of Black Wall Street. So whoever was left, Smalls, which was Cab Calloway, all these cats, like big, the major black acts who would come and do the Chitlin Circuit would come to Smalls, which was on Black Wall Street. Gone. Dreamland Theater, Rex Theater, where like major arts and films were shown. Gone. All of that was demolished to put up a highway that could have been 2 miles over. They was like, nah, get them niggas out of here. So they took the highway at least a couple of miles off course so that I can go directly through Back Wall Street. And it basically decimated whatever was left, which is why Black Wall Street that exists now, which used to be 52 square blocks, is now one main strip, and like maybe 4 blocks. My last tidbit, 2 tidbits. Gap Band. We all know the Gap Band is from Tulsa, right?
Outstanding. Y'all just, okay.
Girl, you knocked me out.
Thank you. Oh, my Lord.
Maybe we're not done.
Makes me want to shout.
That's nice.
There we go. That felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
You old as fuck.
Hey.
So you say you had 2 more tidbits for us. Number 1.
So he's like, bitch, get off stage. It's time's up. So the Gap Band is from Tulsa. Gap Band actually stands for Greenwood, Archer, and Pine, which is the remaining parts of Black Wall Street. So when you listen to Gap Band, they're actually like an homage.
Yep. Clap it up for the Gap Band, y'all.
Run them up on Spotify tonight. Yeah.
Run those numbers up. The second thing I wanted to say that brought me back, that I was listening to, so I was listening to the tape today, and I was on the tape talking to this man named Don Thompson, who I called Don Cornelius over and over. I was like, your name is just like Don Cornelius? Was telling me the story of the community, older gentleman, and he was talking about the burning of the negatives, the decimation of the community, and I was saying things like how I was literally almost about to cry. It broke me the fuck up to be on the last remaining block of one of the most expansive black wealth centers in the entire fucking history of the country, and to be like, it doesn't fucking exist. It's gone. There's a barbershop, there's a Wanda J's that does soul food, and a gallery that's probably not there anymore. Everything else is gone. And I was listening to him talk about that, and the words that I was saying were almost precisely describing what was happening to Palestinians exactly right now. Entire family lines were destroyed. Buildings were burnt down and exploded. People were driven out. If they had the means, they left. There's no remains of people who were there because the pictures... The only difference is now that we have social media until they shut the internet down and kick out Al Jazeera, right? So, like, we are experiencing... It fucks me up when I see certain black people not supporting and understanding and showing solidarity with black people, with our fellow Palestinians, because it's the same shit that we experienced here. It is a mirror effect of our experience here, except it's happening over there. 10,000 people displaced in one city. Yeah. Tulsa, Oklahoma. All they have left from their homeland is Gaza Strip at this point. We lost 300 in 3 days. They lost, as far as we know, 40,000 because they've killed the counters. So I'm like, listening to that and thinking about Black Wall Street, there's a continuity of Western imperialism and Western exceptionalism that does nothing but displace Black bodies. Not to get too deep, but that's like the continuity of all that. Yeah. It fucks me up. That was my last tidbit.
Is there, is that's, obviously we're drinking, so, because this is heavy. But
you're amazing while drunk, I gotta say.
I'm trying to catch up.
Is there anything, though, that you are, when you think about the legacy of Black Wall Street, everything that makes you slightly hopeful, or that you're at least glad to know that the history's out there now? Like, is there anything that, you could take away that's somewhat...
I'm hoping for the death throes of late stage capitalism. So that's to start with. Okay. So I respect Black Wall Street because it's within the construct, right? And also, I'm like, well, is there something better we could build? Because they came back and they built something better. Yeah. And so I want to see, there's a part of me that wants to see capitalism as it exists now destroyed. I feel like we should all have access to nice shit. There should be no reason that I can't go to a spa day and buy groceries and pay my rent in the same week. That's fucking ludicrous to me.
Yeah, right? You gotta spread that shit out over multiple credit cards.
Put that shit on Klarna.
Don't judge me. Y'all know what's happening.
I got my groceries on Klarna.
Me and Klarna are BFFs. Like
honestly.
Capital One, what's in your wallet? Nothing.
So, I mean, I'm hopeful that there's a version of the universe. I'm a cynic, but I'm hopeful that there's a version of the universe that's something better. While also saying, I'm wearing my T-shirt of the Black legendary ladies of TV and film. And I'm like, well, if we're going to access, let's access and fuck it up and bring people with us. So that's what I hope for. I hope to be a rich bitch, and I hope to bring as many Black and brown people as I can with me. Oh, y'all not going to clap for that?
Yeah. Clap up for Trinisha Scott, everybody. Thank you so much. Let her hear it, everybody. Thank you so much. Play that Gap Band. That's right. Y'all having a good time so far? Y'all drinking? Y'all drinking a Sorrel drink? The mixed shit? Shout out to our sponsors, Aquiano Rum, Sorrel Liqueur, and Liars Non-Alcoholic Spirits. If you're freaky. I don't know, sometimes I like drink non-alcoholic shit and try to pretend like it's a placebo. I'm like, I feel good.
I feel that.
Yeah. But y'all having a good time tonight because we got some more history to talk about. All right, this next guest, incredibly excited to have them on. They perform all over the city, including the Comedy Cellar. Please put your hands together for Akeem Woods, everybody. Akeem. There you are. Should be on.
What? Oh, what's up, y'all? Awesome. I just want y'all to know the amount of research she did, I did not do. I want to preference that right now. I found out about this person yesterday. So, before y'all think I'm about to do some deep dissertation, no.
You weren't on the ground doing field work?
I went to school in Florida. They taught us nothing. And so, just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, in Florida, that's curious, Akeem. So, in Florida, how important was Black history? Like, what how was it prioritized? Was it prioritized in your household?
No. It was an election that you took in my high school.
An elective?
Elective, yeah, sorry.
She said election.
I want y'all to know I'm dumb, all right? That's it. I'm very funny, also very stupid.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
It was an elective. Elective, there it is. It was an elective taught in my high school, and it was taught by a white dude, so I refused to take it.
Oh, that had to be crazy. That had to be on some boondock shit where it's like white dude in a dashiki.
Yeah. It basically was. So I didn't take it.
So you and Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah. In hindsight, I probably should have took it, but I didn't.
That would have been great comedy fodder.
No, I didn't take it. Because I'd be damned if a white bitch does better than me at the class.
Oh, yeah. You get a C?
I'd be livid.
Yeah.
I'd also cheat.
The finals, you doing lift every voice and sing. The white woman.
So who are you speaking about?
Oh, shit. The lady I'm speaking about is Gladys Bentley. Gladys Bentley? Gladys? Gladys.
You know what's wild?
I told y'all I was not prepared.
I do like that
I
flavor.
told y'all when I walked on stage.
No,
Are
that
people
was
saying
very
anything
good.
online?
Gladys is giving Dominican for sure.
I mean,
Gladys.
they're like,
Wait, what are they saying online about
There
Akeem
she
right
is.
now?
it's Gladys.
Gladys. Yeah, my girl Gladys. We go way back
To yesterday.
to yesterday.
Wait, let's play this clip real quick, though.
That was something. Fell in love with you the first time I looked into them there eyes. Got a cute little way of flirting with them there eyes. You make me oh so happy. You make me blue.
My man dancing.
All in no styling and a great big way for you. Jumping, you started something with them there eyes. Watch out, brown eyes, if you're wise. They sparkle, they bubble. Get you in a whole lot of trouble, yes. Baby, them eyes.
Okay.
That's my boo.
I can barely stay on beat. That's great. Give it up for Gladys.
All right, listen. Let me. Is this mic on?
Yeah, it's
It's
good.
on.
All right.
So-
Gladys.
So what do
I
you
hate
know
you.
about Gladys?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I picked her because she's gay and black, and so am I. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only reason why. I was like, oh, she's gay? Ooh, me too, girl. And that was it.
I think that's actually your response when I present the
And now
topic.
here we are. But
Hakeem,
I never heard of her till then.
An online fan who says you got one up on us because let's not pretend most of us didn't learn about Gladys today.
Thank you. I appreciate you, online fan, because I learned about her 2 days ago.
Okay, so clearly she was a pianist and a
Gay.
performer.
Clearly she was gay. Look at that top hat. You got to eat pussy to get that top hat. So needless to say, I don't have a top hat.
So,
Cute though.
she grew up feeling different, right? She
Yeah.
felt like she was accepted.
Yeah.
You know, because of the way she carried herself and her interests and stuff like that. But she was a talented pianist,
Yeah.
right? And
You're like, right? She was a pianist, right? I just want to say that her stage name was Bobby Minton.
Was it?
Bobby Minton was the stage name, yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on, out of curiosity, I'm very curious. Anyone in the audience knew about this woman before? Okay.
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
4.
4, 5.
That's
Okay,
a
well
little
then don't
bit-
make me. Okay, then don't make me look stupid because that's 5. There's like 70 motherfuckers here. And there's 5 of y'all are doing a lot. Just being honest.
Well, you did get a chance to read on Gladys. What were
Y'all
some,
never gonna let me live
what
that
were
down.
what were some key takeaways that you found?
I found her story to be very motivating, but also very sad.
Okay.
Cause like one of the tidbits of the story in the beginning when I was reading it was like her mom like didn't want a boy or didn't want a girl, so she was just treated really poorly from the beginning, like from her inception, and then spoiler alert, but like she got to be herself for so long, and then I think in the 50s where it was even, which is crazy to me reading this, it was like more homophobic in the 50s than in the 20s. I'm like, wait, how the fuck did that happen?
Well, McCarthy.
Yeah. Well,
How many of y'all know? Top if you know about the McCarthy era in American history, because that was some wild shit.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I told y'all, dumb and funny.
That's a lot of people were being prosecuted for like just having different opinions.
Yeah,
than, like,
being communist,
because-
being of a different like sexual orientation.
Yeah, because they were saying that communism and gay are like they were
synonymous.
They go together.
Yeah. And it made me. I felt kind of bad because like she was able to be herself for so many years, and then in her like twilight years, she had to revert and essentially go back in the closet.
I love
Which
that they
is, like,
thought
really
that
sad.
communism and homosexuality went together because Target's like, no, bitch. They actually, they don't. We got it on lock.
Oh yeah, there's just gonna be pictures. Of
Oh no, I know. I just want to look at them because I did not Google it. I should have.
But she was her finger was to the pulse because I read that she kind of knew what was going on with McCarthyism, so it wasn't that it was truly like her saying that
I think she went in. I think she probably went in back in the closet just for the public.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she was still fucking bitches back home.
Yeah, it was
Like,
yeah.
for the public.
Because when she was really famous in her prime,
Yeah.
she was at the Harlem Renaissance. She was performing a lot, dressing up in men's clothing, and like very ambiguous in regards to like.
She was the stud of her time,
Exactly,
right? Like I think
yeah.
that's like the.
And,
Yeah, she was
yeah, performing everywhere.
bad bitch.
440 Broadway, I've been there. They got cheap drinks. But yeah, she performed everywhere. She was touring a lot and stuff.
But then
And-
she married a man.
Yeah, didn't marry a man.
But then he said, no, we didn't get married. It was a very weird thing.
They were only together for like 6 months.
Wait, hold on. Wait, do we got a picture of the nigga she married? Because I'm trying to see if he got a secret too. They might have married each other just so they could be like, oh no, I got a wife, and they both out here being gay.
Oh, you never got like a Liza Minnelli situation.
Yeah. Like when I had a girlfriend who went to a different school. The school was in Narnia. We don't got a picture of the husband?
No.
Wasn't the guy in the
I
photo?
think it might have been the guy before.
The guy, yeah.
Yeah. But
Wait, was it?
I think it might have been. Can we go back to his
can we
photo?
go back a little bit?
Because I think it might have been him. And yeah.
It was him?
Yeah.
Probably. She didn't have many pictures of white people.
Because that nigga's gay. I can see it in his lips.
Just
I can
'cause
tell.
Listen, just because he looks like a weasel from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, they were each other's beard, which is kind of cute.
But she was openly gay for a long time in her music. She would be very sexual in her music. When she would like take popular songs and make them overly sexual, and that's what kind of like made her like find her own niche in the music industry.
That's awesome. Did we have any of those songs?
Well, we played one of them at the time.
No, I meant the sexual ones. I'm sorry I'm making y'all do more work
But it
than
was
what
like
you did.
1930s sexual.
Yeah, but that was
you know
the only
what I
footage I
mean?
could find, bro.
So it was
This
like
is
you like the
1930 something.
the cut of their jib or something. I don't know. That's
One
what
of the
it
people
was.
who raised their hand, y'all got her Spotify?
Runner up.
Do you
follow.
have Spotify? The Smithsonian. Yeah, we can't go there right now, but
Ooh,
They're
bitch,
vulgar,
I
right?
gotta hear them now.
Do you have the bars ready?
do you have the bars ready?
Could we Google it and then like play it like this?
Yeah, if you want. But,
Okay, someone Instagram me and send it to me. Akeem Woods,
So-
A-K-E-E-M Woods.
But we got to keep this on track.
I know.
All right. So Gladys was very successful in New York and everything. She did eventually move to LA where she was working to become a minister. Right? Yeah.
Bitch.
Because
When I tell you I said the same thing
Listen, no.
2 days ago.
because she had been everybody knows this. She had been delivered. Okay, that was
I thought we were teaching you on the stage. Like,
Okay.
so Hakeem.
Yeah, because those ministers aren't gay either.
So she was looking.
You can't tell me every choir director's not gay as fuck, motherfucker.
That's her in the band.
Okay.
Wait, was this one? Is this like an earlier picture or a later picture?
That's an early picture.
Okay, it's giving a little Ozempic right now.
Yeah.
It's not the same pitch. I'm on Zep.
I'm not gonna lie,
Akeem. To go
Ooh, okay, girl, send it to me. Yeah.
At Akeem Woods, right?
It's Akeem Woods, A-K-E-E-M Woods. By the way, y'all can follow me too. But I tour and stuff. You send it to me, baby? Ooh, okay, girl.
You might have to go to the other folder because you don't follow.
What other? It don't matter. I'll catch you. I don't got that many followers. I will after this though.
But what's another thing that you can remember that surprised you the most about Gladys Bentley?
What surprised me the most, girl? Let me look through this paper. No, honestly, the minister part probably did surprise me the most. The part that she got like really religious.
And she said, "I'm a woman again." She declared it in Ebony magazine, like.
Yeah. She said I was cured, which was I know, girl, like of homosexuality, because it's a disease. Which if that's the case, I'm gonna call out of work gay, and I'm like, oh no, I'm sucking too much dick, I can't come in. Like, this is so. I'm so tired, but.
I'm so tired.
I ain't shit.
Right.
Okay, I got the message. Hold on.
Is it a
She
link?
just sent it to me. Yeah.
You better hope that she ain't taking your identity.
For what? What's she gonna do with it? I haven't done shit with it. Girl, it's not opening.
So.
It's what? What does that mean?
It's what?
Okay. So she moved to the West Coast, and she was reverting back and saying like I'm a woman now and stuff.
Oh,
like
I got it. Okay.
What?
All right, so we got Big Gorilla Man. Nigga, I'm playing that one. All right. Because I love a big man. Okay.
110. His devotion and slow motion keeps me all fulfilled. He's got that something
I don't know.
that
I'm
I
gonna change to
need
this
so
one.
bad.
Oh, you got what?
There we go. A little bit smoother. Shot to
That's
Tati.
A woman killer, and I ought to know. He mistreats me, knocks and beats me, still I love him so, 'cause he's got that something that I need so bad. Every morning, when day is dawning, I get so doggone scared that he'll wake me up. He might shake me up until I lose my head. He's got that something that I need so bad.
Okay. All right. Give it up for Gladys Bentley, everybody.
I don't know if it's making it to my sex playlist, but it was interesting.
Well, you gotta remember, that was in 19-something. So.
Hey, everybody.
1999.
At Drop Black History, we all learn a little something, right? Akeem, before we let you go, what would you say, though, is one big thing that you will take away from Gladys Bentley's legacy from what you did read?
First of all, I don't like the way you phrase that. Don't make me look dumb. I fuck with her. I think what I took away from when I was reading it, I fuck with her courage. It takes a lot of courage to come out in our community, unfortunately. I didn't come out till I was 25. Wow. Bitch, I know. And I know I was gay since 5th grade, bitch. Eddie Gonzalez. And that was my crush in 5th grade. Some fine-ass Dominican nigga. But I didn't come out till I was 25, so I know how hard it is to come out. And I have a lot of respect for her to come out even back then. Because I came out in the 90s or whatever. But, like, she came back and whenever... I appreciate her courage and her dopeness, and I thought the story was very, very interesting. I wish I would have done more research, but I'm busy. me. I'm a touring comedian. I have dates, okay?
Check out his dates. Check out
Check
his
out
dates.
King Woods on Instagram, everybody.
King
King Woods, thank you. All right. Incredibly excited for this next guest that's performed all over Broadway, including Four Colored Girls and Kenny Leon's Holler If You Hear Me. Please put your hands together for D. Woods, everybody. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. There you go.
Happy Juneteenth, everyone. We're free-ish.
We're free.
Free asterisk.
Free-ish and asterisk. Yeah, it's not even.
It's a new Kenya Barris movie. Free-ish. There you go.
I swear to God, he probably has that in production. And starring Jonah Hill again. Y'all know it. But Dee, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Real quick, what is your history with Juneteenth, aka Freedom Day?
My first time learning about Juneteenth is when I was at NYU. So it's come on now. Come on, and you still paying back your student loans? 'Cause I am.
I don't like NYU. They rejected me early decision, but it's okay. I'm not bitter. Shay Johns, where we at?
Brooklyn College, where we at? Hey!
But yeah, I befriended a few students from Texas.
Okay.
And they told me about Juneteenth. And I was like, oh, and that's when I learned about it. And I was like, dang, I didn't even know that, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of us.
I didn't learn it in class.
Yeah.
I learned it from my friends.
Okay. Yeah. And who are you speaking about this evening? Or what are you speaking about?
Well, gather around, children. I have a ghost story for you all.
Oh. Let's pull up the video.
I'm speaking about the haunted, the infamous Lake Lanier.
Self-governing black town.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
So, there are black people under us right now?
Yeah, why you think so many people die around here every year?
Because of drunk rednecks trying to fish at night, like you.
No. It's because it's haunted.
You really think it's haunted?
So Lake Lanier.
It is haunted.
Yeah.
We don't play with Lake Lanier. If you've ever lived in Atlanta, visited Atlanta, shout out to ATL, ho! We don't play with Lake Lanier. The dying has already started for the summer of 2024. Unfortunately, someone actually
Wait,
did.
someone already died?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Just like 2 weeks ago. There was already a drowning on the week.
Why? I mean, we don't know why. I mean,
why?
We have an idea, but...
The ancestors. They snatching motherfuckers down.
So for those of you who aren't drinking, you might want to grab another drink right now because it's going to get heavy again.
It's going to get heavy.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, in a Reconstruction era in the south of Georgia, Lake Lanier used to be a town called Oscarville, Georgia. It was a thriving community of African Americans. Farming was their biggest industry.
Yeah.
They were very successful in farming. They had businesses, churches, residences, even a cemetery.
Yo, this is the closest I'm ever going to feel to be on Are You Afraid of the Dark? This is dope.
Yes.
I wish I had a little fire with some sand.
And then along came a girl named Ellen. Well, close.
This ain't Stephen King.
Along came a girl named Ellen Grice, And this was around September of 1912. And Ellen said somebody raped her. And the good old boys gathered up, got on their horses, put their hoods on, and dragged about 5 black men out. There was a pastor, a very prominent pastor of the black community. His name was Grant Smith. Pastor was outside of the courthouse petitioning, no, there's not enough evidence. This is not fair.
Yep.
They beat his ass within an inch of his life. Another white girl named May Crow also cried rape, and her trial, whatever, there was 2 young men, a Robert Edwards and a Ernest Knox. Ernest Knox was only 16 years old.
Yep.
And the good old boys, they ain't even wait for the trial. They just stormed the jail, dragged their ass out.
And they were called the Night Riders, right?
They were called the Night Riders. Yep. AKA the Ku Klux Klan, AKA the Sons of the Confederacy, which they are called now, and you will see signs of them outside in Cherokee County currently.
AKA the police department.
That part. Talk about it. And they just wreaked havoc on the town from September to October, just bombing houses, churches, setting fires, shooting up the club, doing everything, and drove everyone out. And this went on from 1912, and then the community tried to, refurbish itself, and they kept doing it. There was a lot of it was the time.
Harassment. It was just
harassment, terrorism, up until 1947. Yes, they were dedicated and
consistent too.
Consistent. It's all about consistency. It's all about persistence.
Yeah.
And around 1947, the town was basically, a ghost town. It was emptied. There was many deaths, many mutilations. There was about 2,000 white residents that gathered around to watch Ernest, young Ernest, 16 years old, and another man by the name of Oscar to be beaten and mutilated in front of the entire town in retribution for the alleged rapes. So they made what they called the Buford Dam in 1950. And then the lake basically drowned out the rest of the town of Oscarville. And the lake was named after none other than the Confederate hero, Sidney Lanier. So Lake Lanier...
He was also a poet, so that's what they gave him.
Nobody remembers Hitler for his paintings,
I hate that shit. They're almost like he was a painter. I'm like, who gives a fuck?
What was he painting? Who cares? No.
Yeah, I mean...
So this is how Lake Lanier was formed, and up until the 1980s, I was born in the 80s. I don't know how many of y'all was born in the 80s.
80s babies.
Come
according
on,
to somebody, according to someone in the audience, though, we've been around for ages, so just letting you know.
And we feel like it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some shit.
Yeah, we've seen some shit. My knees, they talk too. So this went on. There was a lot of white only signs. It's just like they were holding court. You know what I'm saying? And I am connected to this because I have gone out to Lake Lanier, and I've seen them wearing their MAGA hats and they're waving their Trump flags and everything. When I tell y'all, this water is murky as hell. You cannot see. It is emerald green. And whenever someone goes missing, they don't find your body.
Because there's so much remains from the town and everything,
the
right?
whole town is up underneath there. The lake reaches depths of up to 160 feet. So there are trees that your body will just get caught up in. We even have one of our celebrities, Usher Raymond, and his ex-wife, Tamika Foster Raymond. They lost their son on this lake.
Yeah.
Well, Usher's
And that was
stepson. It was
his stepson. His
Yeah, yeah.
stepson.
They can still care though.
I know, but
He didn't cry that hard.
That's real son.
He didn't cry that hard.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't his.
The audience is like, oh, okay, never mind.
I don't
Carry
even
on.
say it like that. It just. I'm trying to make sure y'all not leaving here being like, oh, you know, one of the twins got killed. You know, I mean, it's just.
But that was in 2000.
These are my confessions.
That was in 2012, right? That was in 2012, and Tamika Foster Raymond, she has been petitioning to drain the lake.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, it
One of
should
the
be.
popular Netflix shows, Ozark, was filmed on this lake.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know.
That's where Ozark. I know it was set in Missouri, but they were really because Georgia has like an incentive for films and
Yeah.
everything.
Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah, right, yeah. So it was filmed on this lake. Even just recently, Atlanta experienced a drought. Like the drinking water was fucked up for like I don't know how many days. Somebody who was in Atlanta might know more than me, but. Lake Lanier and the Beaufort Dam supplies about 5 million people's drinking water.
Yeah. And also, weren't they trying to rename Lake Lanier and the Beaufort Dam?
Wait,
Because they're both named after Confederate soldiers.
Yeah.
And Georgia citizens petitioned so much they were like, never mind.
It supplies the drinking water.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's a lot of BBL juice. I'd rather drink Dasani if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so, and then just up until just recently, about 2 weeks ago, someone also lost their life out there on Lake Lanier.
Yeah, over 200 people have died, right?
Over 200 people have died on Lake Lanier from 1994 to 2022. So we got 2 more years on that, so you just do the math. A couple more folk.
Have any of you been to Lake Lanier?
Well, he raised his hand. Wait. Sir, please come. I want to hear about your experience. Come on. Don't be shy. I got something for you. That sounds like a threat. Well, what was your experience on Lake Lanier?
I mean, I thought it was fine. So to be fair, I didn't know about all this before I went, and I was just in the water on like water tubes.
You were on that green water?
I was full. No, like the tubes.
Oh, I thought you were zooming.
No, like the tubes. The tube. I was tubing in the water. I was swimming in the water. I was drinking.
It was
the water.
green, right? It was lime.
Yeah, it was. But I was like
Emerald
on
green.
a boat. I was jumping off the boat, jumping back on.
So you were on tubing, jumping on and off the boat, but you're here, my brother.
I didn't know anything about it.
You survived. You know what? You get some stuff from our sponsor, Liars. Give it up for this gentleman right here. He survived Lake Lanier.
That's the true gift.
I got some non-alcoholic spirits.
True gift.
So, I mean, obviously you survived your
I
experience.
survived. I did not get in the water.
Okay.
It was something. It was just something in my spirit. It was like, I'm gonna put my toe in the water, and I don't want it in there. I don't want it. Yeah, no.
What do you think is like so? Because the history of Lake Lanier was like hidden for a long time. Like I
Yes.
learned about it through Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right. And like, so why do you think it's just
It's
now
haunted?
coming to light about its haunted history and shit?
Because, like Cat Williams said, this is the year of truth, y'all. Everything
Now
is being...
I can raise $700 in 2 hours.
Yeah, everything that's being hidden is like the ancestor spirits. They talking, y'all. They snatching motherfuckers down there. They making y'all really, really pay attention.
So do you think they should drain the lake?
I think so. I think they should.
Okay.
Clap it up if you think
What
they should
will
drain
it
the lake.
be? I don't know. But here's the thing. There's so many lakes across this country that were black communities. One right here in New York, Seneca Village, right in the middle of Central Park. The Central Park Reserve was Seneca Village. So, like, they just be drowning our history out, And
Literally.
it's not funny.
Dodge
But we
Street-
can laugh at it and we can drink about it.
Dodge Street Online said that, to be honest, they actually learned about Lake Lanier before they ever learned about Juneteenth.
Oh, wow. I mean, we all learn at different times in our lives, yo.
Honestly, I learned about Lake Lanier from the Tamika Foster Raymond stuff.
Oh, you learned about it like when...
and I learned to not be sad about it right now. So those are the two things.
I mean, it is very creepy. I mean, but it's also, you're right, it's not the only body of water that has this dark history, and we're just now, it's just now becoming like known to the public and mainstream audiences and stuff. So
Lake Pyro's like that in California. It was also a village, and Lake Pyro. It killed Naya Rivera from Glee.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
R.I.P. She was the best singer on that show too.
Yeah. Leah Michelle could never.
I'm just really waiting for Jordan Peele to do the movie.
Yeah.
Who would you have star in it?
Me.
Okay. Yes.
There we go. Why not? Broadway star, yo, do it.
And I wouldn't even be acting. I'd be scared for real.
So, Dee, what would you say is the biggest takeaway people should have about Lake Lanier after they leave this venue?
I would say don't go there.
She tell you now.
Just don't.
Yeah, everyone leave a TripAdvisor. Says D Wood said, "Don't go there." Like that's it.
Don't go. The last time I went to Lake Lanier, I didn't want to go back because
the plot thickens.
like we said, we all learn at different times. But last time I went there, I just was met with there were boats of Trump 2020 flags.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is the last time I'm coming here because it's in Cherokee County. Like I said, Cherokee County, the Klan, they ain't even trying to hide it. There's been a lot of things going on. And racism in the South is different from up north. Yeah. And that's what I learned because I'm originally from Massachusetts, and everybody knows Massachusetts is very racist. Is if you can go somewhere else and be like, oh, these are real racists. You are experiencing racism.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just say don't go. Go to Ghana.
Great advice from D Woods, everybody. Put your hands together. Thank you so much.
Follow me on Instagram.
Thank you so much, D.
Thank you.
Keep it up for D Woods, everybody. All right. All right. We got one more guest. Y'all excited? Y'all ready to wrap this shit up? It'll be fun. Man, our last guest. So this is so aggressive. So our last guest is something different because on Drunk Black History, typically we talk about somebody who isn't here. But this gentleman's had such a historic career, is such a pioneer. He's the first African-American to get a distillery license post-prohibition. Please put your hands together for Jackie Summers, everybody. With the chair.
Very dangerous minds of you.
What's up, y'all? How you feel?
So I gotta say, when I read that about you being the first black man to get a distillery license, I was expecting a much older man because Prohibition was about almost 100 years ago.
I am older, but you can't tell with black people.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I always try to say this. That distinction says so much more about the barriers in place.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm not special. I'm not the smartest person in my family. I'm not the hardest working. I'm not the most talented. I might be the best looking, though.
Okay.
But
I want to meet your family, though. Are they here?
Well, listen. I'm a youngest of 5.
Okay.
That makes me like the third smartest at best. But, like, my parents fought different things. My parents fought for civil rights. My grandparents fought Jim Crow. I only do this because I'm not fighting their battles.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they didn't have opportunity. I only have opportunity because of what they did. So it
Absolutely.
ain't really about me.
Clap it up for that, y'all, about history. Absolutely. So, I've talked to you one-to-one about your journey and founding Sorel, and, talk about the experience, because you were working, like, not in marketing, but you were, like, in entertainment and stuff?
I was director of the media and production at a fashion magazine.
Yes.
In 2010, my doctor found a tumor the size of a golf ball inside my spine. He said, you have a 95% chance of death and a 50% chance of paralysis. If you live, you should organize your paperwork.
Damn. Yeah. He's here.
Fuck cancer.
Absolutely.
And I mean that with all my heart. I lost my dad to cancer. We just passed Father's Day. Fuck cancer. I got so lucky. But the experience will adjust your perspective. I was given a gift. I got to take a step back and look at my life and think about what my priorities are. I had 25 years invested in corporate America. But what I want to do is day drink. I don't want to be in an office in the middle of the day. I want to be in a bar. I want to be hanging out with cool-ass people, having good food and good conversation, and I wanted to monetize it. And when I couldn't think who was going to pay me to do that, I took my kitchen recipe and put it in the bottle.
And how many? It was 100. And how many?
Yeah, this is the part
attempts?
where I tell people, if you think you have an idea that's so good that no one's ever thought of it before, it's probably a terrible idea. There's probably a reason why no one did it up to now. I'm not a food scientist. 623 failures in my kitchen.
I was off by 500.
After having making it for 20 years.
Yeah.
To get it right. Version 624, my 2-gallon batch is what we now do 1,000 gallons at a time once a week.
There we go. Clap it up for that. Now, what was it like pushing to get your distillery license, and like what were some of the roadblocks you experienced in that process?
Well, the thing you have to understand about liquor in this country is it all goes back to Prohibition. People made a lot of money illegally. During Prohibition, they paid cops look the other way, and then when they repealed the Volstead Act, they paid politicians to write the laws in a way that would prevent entry to market. So, like, how many black men spent time at Rikers in the 90s because of an ounce of weed? Because if you have any of those convictions on your record, you're automatically disqualified.
Yep.
To apply for a license to make liquor, they want you to put the serial numbers of your equipment on your application, which means you've already purchased hundreds of thousands of dollars of stuff.
Yep.
Where is that stuff? They want you to put the address of your lease on your application, which could take up to a year and a half. So you got all this equipment in this empty space. You ain't making a dime waiting for your license. And if you can't do that, you don't get to enter the market. So it's barriers that are designed to prevent entry. I have this weird dysfunction. I don't know what I cannot do. So I did that shit.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's I know we're getting a little excited in the back, y'all, but this is really important stuff to listen to. Because this gentleman here is a huge pioneer. I want to give him his respect, okay? It's really important. Please. Mr. Summers,
Man, don't no one call me that.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm so formal.
You are not drunk enough if you call me Mr. Summers.
I am drunk. I've been drinking your stuff. All right.
Right? They have feedback.
I guess. I gotta keep drinking. So you started the distillery, you started the company, And then Hurricane Sandy happens.
Wait, before we get to that, can I talk about this?
Absolutely.
So this is Juneteenth, which means we got to talk about the red drink.
Yeah.
You could go back thousands of years in Africa, and we were making beverages from hibiscus flowers, antioxidants, antimicrobials, antifungals, anti-inflammatory, vitamin C. It's a natural aphrodisiac. I did this tasting with this guy last month. I poured him 2 fingers. I poured his girlfriend 2 fingers. He looked at me like, why did I get less than she did? I said, son, this is a well-known aphrodisiac. You're welcome. This becomes part of our tradition and our culture. There's a reason almost the entire Afro-Caribbean diaspora has epigenetic memory of something we think of as the red drink.
Yeah.
Hibiscus flowers. But then you skip forward to like 500 years ago, and now the transatlantic trade starts. And bodies and spices are being stolen from Africa, shoved into the bottom of boats, shipped across the ocean, and sold like chattel in ports of trade in the Caribbean. And when I tell you, they did everything they could to strip these humans of their identities. They kidnapped them, they broke up families, they beat them, they raped them, they changed their names, their religion. Everything they could take from them, they took. But because this flower only grows in that narrow equator band, it grows in West Africa, they plant it in the Caribbean, and they start making this drink to remind themselves of who they are. This, for all the things we lost in colonization, this survives. And there are no recipes for centuries because the people who are making it aren't allowed to read or write. If you don't watch your grandma make this stuff, you don't know how.
Yeah.
So that's why I say this isn't about me. It really isn't. This story outdates me by centuries. There's 20 generations who wanted to do this and didn't have the opportunity.
And clap it up for that, everybody. Clap it up for that. And I know the shots went around and everything like that. We're going to celebrate Sorrel in a second. But, Jack, I cannot let you leave here without giving you your flowers because you went through Hurricane Sandy. Your distillery was destroyed. You then got support from Fawn Weaver and was able to rebuild, even through the most tough times. You know, I read that you were homeless at times, and you're here now. James Beard, nomination, incredible awards for the brand, and I just cannot. I mean, you have an axe right there. I just had to put that picture in there.
It's giving a Hinge profile for sure.
But this is the first time on this show I'm actually able to say thank you so much for being resilient, for pushing forward, and to sharing this history with our audience.
But can I tell you for real?
Yeah.
Because I talk to the ancestors on a regular basis. None of my problems are like what they had to face. My dad was a jazz musician for Armstrong in the 40s, right? He's touring and playing in a suit and tie in places and then driving 3 hours at night to find somewhere to sleep. I talked to the ancestors and I'm like, well, what I need is $1 million. Nigga, did anyone try to kill you today? My ancestors looking at me like, they're not like us.
Yep. And Drake trying to say those are bots. Listen to that song. Anyway, sir.
I only get to do what I do because I stand on their sacrifice and it's my job to make the mountain higher. That's all.
And to that, everybody, raise your shots to Sorrel.
Wait. Before we got a toast. We have a toast. This toast has been in my family for generations. My mom gave it to me, her mom gave it to her, and so on and so forth. It is call and response, which makes me think it's West African.
Okay.
One person says, may you live forever. The other person responds, may you never die. I gave this toast for decades and didn't understand. Because no one lives forever, everyone dies.
Yeah.
And then I started working on this project and I realized it's not about how long you are sitting on earth in a fleshly body. This is about, did you live a life worth telling stories about? Are they going to talk about you in 100 years, in 200 years? Are you doing things now that your ancestors, that your descendants will sing praises about? May you live forever. Cheers.
Thank you. Keep it going for Jack, everybody. Jack Summers.
Brooklyn going out to all Flatbush. You don't stop. Red Hug. That's right. You won't stop, nigga.
Keep it going for Mr. Summers, everybody.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, nigga, shit your draw.
All right, before.
Brooklyn going out to all. It's New York.
Okay, before we wrap this up,
You won't stop.
got a few giveaways. Can I get Jadelle Davis, Christopher Suarez, and Lillian Young on stage, please? We got some giveaways from our sponsors. Shout out to our winners. These are the folks that were some of the 6 first people to show up tonight. Shout out to Liars and Alcoholic Spirits. It's one of our sponsors. And then last but not least, can I get Noma P, William Lynn, and Tyrese Robinson. Come on stage, y'all. Oh, yep. Yes. Okay. There you go. You get a bottle of Sorrel. There you go. Give it up for our ticket buyers, everybody. Give it up for the audience members. All right, we got some more. Yeah. And so then we have Sakita Tinsley, Katura Smith, and Lemoy Briscoe. Come on up. We got some Aquiano rum packages for y'all. They got bottles, tote bags, all kinds of goodies. There you go. Thank you so much. Congratulations. We got one more. Did y'all have a good time tonight? Make sure the live stream people can hear y'all. Did y'all have a good time tonight? Thank you again so much for coming out tonight. Thank you, Electra Telesford, for co-hosting with me. Keep it going for Electra. Keep it going for Tatiana, supporting the live stream, playing music. Keep it going for yourselves. Party at Juneteenth tonight. We're gonna keep drinking for a little bit, then go next door to Park City. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Get home safe, everybody.